Good morning. Welcome to week 2 of online learning. I thought I would start this week's lessons by reading you a book. And it's a book I've read to some of you before, but you can always read a book more than one time, especially a good book. And this is a good book. The book I'm going to read you today is called The Dot. And it's by Peter H. Reynolds. And he wrote a really good book called Ish. So if you have a chance this week and you want to go on an online library or maybe YouTube and see somebody or hear somebody read that book to you, try that out. You might like that book too. The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Hard to believe anybody has an empty paper in the art room. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Aha," she said, "a polar bear in a snowstorm." "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. "There." See how she used the red to express anger. Red's one of those fire colors that shows emotion. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper towards Vashti and quietly said, "Now, sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." And there she is signing her name. The next week when Vashti walked into the art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. "I could make a better dot than that." And she opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and she set to work. Look how the artist expresses through the drawing how Vashti is feeling without words. Vashti painted and painted, a yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, and a blue dot. The blue mixed with the red, and she discovered that she could make a purple dot. Vashti kept experimenting, little dots in many colors. I like that composition. I like all the colors. "If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too." So Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on a bigger paper to make bigger dots. And Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. My older students will tell you that this painted color area of the paper is negative space. And by painting that, you create the shape of the positive object, the circle. So it's positive and negative space. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's mini dots made quite a splash. Wow. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "Oh, I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." And the boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the little boy's squiggle. And then she said, I'll bet you can guess what she said. "Sign it." I love that story because sometimes we think we can't do things, and we really can. We just have to start with a dot or a circle, and that's going to be what you're going to be working on this week. And I'm going to give you some ideas of different ways to do that. I miss you. I love you. I'll be back next week with another book and some more great ideas for creating art during the time that we can't be together. Bye.